the limbs with the little seeds on it, which is called a pimento seed. While they're breaking that, sometimes it's just a bunch of ants just come down and bite us. And by the time you look, it's like you just have a lot of hives all over by the time you finish. And I remember we used to do that so often because, you know, you're trying to make enough money as a family so you can actually get money for school. And I remember it was just something that we normally do every year. So I'm sitting here and I was doing the video earlier, and I realized that I started smiling to myself, and it was more because I was taken aback to memory lane years ago. I remember when I was in Bustling in the parish of Manchester. And I tell you my story about bustling already. I'm not going to go through it in detail, full details. But yes, we grew up in a small community. There wasn't much cars on the road and everything. But we had to get up like every summer, we would normally carry wood to make charcoal, and sometimes we would also go and pick pimento. So, you know, the good old pimento wood that persons talk about that they use for jerk chicken. If you want really good jerk chicken, then they use the pimento wood in Jamaica. Yes, we used to pick pimento from that tree, and the tree used to have some really fine little small ants. We call them black ants and red ants, and they used to just drop off of the tree. So while the persons are breaking the limbs with the little seeds on it, which is called a pimento seed, while they're breaking that, sometimes it's just a bunch of ants just come down and bite us. And by the time you look, it's like you just have a lot of hives all over by the time you finish. And I remember we used to do that so often because, you know, you're trying to make enough money as a family so you can actually get money for school. And I remember it was just something that we normally do every year. You'll get up very early in the mornings and you go and you pick pimento with your parents. When you talk about pimento, you pick pimento at your neighbor's house, other neighbor's house, and then you have to come back home and pick pimento. And looking back now, I'm just looking at it to say that hard work, I was never scared of hard work. I was never scared of hard work. We used to do farming. We used to do the pimento. We used to pick sorrel. I used to hate the sorrel because the sorrel used to have some red stuff on it that mess up your fingernail and make your fingernail look black. And not to mention, there were some little spike things that you really can't see them, you know, but you just know that they're on your finger, they're on your clothes. I never like it because it make your skin itch. Sometimes you're walking in the bush and your entire skin does start itching because of the sorrel leaves that, you know, you're walking past. I never like it. And then not to mention that the other thing that I never like was the pepper after school, and you have to be picking pepper when you get home. And sometimes because we never really have electricity, we had to go ahead and be using lamp on the veranda to pick pimento. And you're talking about picking pimento until 9 o'clock. The place dark, you know. But nobody, at that time, nobody not really troubling anybody. Nobody not run over anybody house, killing nobody or doing anything stupid. You know, you just sit out there and you're picking pimento with your parents and picking pepper with your parents. And in the mornings, pepper would not burn you left, right, and center. You take your hand and rub your eyes and pepper kill you. You understand? And then I'm just looking at it to say, look at where we're at right now. Sometimes you have to really work hard for actually get something good. And I think that was it for us. But my sister and I, we work really hard because if it's not corn we're picking up, is pimento. If it's not pimento, it's mango. If it's not mango, it is gungo. If it's not gungo, it's just like right around the clock. It's tomato. If it's not tomato, you're carrying coal. Like, it's a lot. Nowadays, I don't think people are do them stuff here again, you know, because everybody turn YouTuber. Every person is a influencer. Every person is a content creator. Nobody don't know what hardship is all about anymore. And I'm not that old. I might have one and two little gray hair, peeping out, but I'm not that old. I'm not that old. So I just the other day all of this happened. And then me just look at it and say, look at that. I work so hard trying to do all of this stuff. And if I had known about internet and content creation, probably, who have known, probably I would have been doing content creation, but then I probably wouldn't have gone back to school and do all of this thing. But what was this topic leading towards, dear Father? I can't even remember. But I'm just saying, sometimes, hardship, it pays off, and sometimes it's in your favor because you do so much when you were younger. You go through hard time. You know what it is to work hard. You know what it is to go through hardships. You want to ensure that you help people along the way, and that is just something that I think I really want to do. Because when I look at it, it's only the labor law did leave out there, for me to read upon. But then again, I never really have no internet. Never have no internet to go read upon nothing. And when you don't know nothing much, when you come from out of the bush, how are you supposed to even know anything about labor law? You understand, our child abuse. Like, yeah, you don't know. And then if you go and report it, the only thing you're going to get is more abuse because your parents are going to beat you even more. Because of Jamaica, that. You understand? Our way of disciplining children is to beat them. And me never shot that one day. So, it wouldn't even make no sense when you go and report anybody. But I'm just looking at it and I'm like, looking at where I'm coming from and where I'm at right now, I feel comfortable and I just want to give back. But, sometimes things don't really work out in your favor. When it's your time, it's your time. And I think, eventually I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There were some little hiccups along the way. And, persistence, motivation, being inspired, finding some form of inspiration is the key to reaching those goals, reaching those aspirations, those dreams. And so that is it for me right now. But I was just looking at it and just smiling that nowadays I have to look at my fingernail and I wonder if the sorrel come out of my finger. No. And plus I love sorrel, but forget the sorrel juice. It's just a hell of a thing because you have to get the umbrella, break the umbrella or the old umbrella so you can actually use it to pluck the seed out of the sorrel. And then now you have to put the sorrel up. And then your parents go and boil it. And then you drink it and enjoy it. Especially when you're selling it to people. Because your parents, they want to ensure that the sorrel remains in the same shape. You can't go ahead and just pick it off, and them look like you can pick about 10 pieces off one sorrel. But your parents just want one little hole. They just want the one little seed to pull out of it and it keep the nice, decent shape. Yes, because you're going to sell it. Because guess what? Even though you come from somewhere that is not considered to be uptown, they still look at presentation. Presentation is key. So when you're selling stuff or you're doing things for anybody, it is going to be very presentable. And that is what they have been always been doing, trying to make sure that presentation stands out. So but yeah, it's just nice looking back and seeing where I'm coming from and where I'm at right now in life. Sometimes things take its time, slow and steady, and when it's your time, it's just your time. All right, thank you for tuning in. I do hope that you will have a wonderful day. Bye.